Going to now do the performance for this year. Spring, this is 2016 Spring Festival as we call it. So we are doing Rhythm Festival Spring 2016, and in that I wanted to a little bit talk about tradition, because tabla is a tradition and it's coming for long time, almost like 5,000-year-old tradition, and that is coming from the ancient Indian Hindu philosophy. Early on it was barrel drums, which were called pakhawaj, and they were played in temples, and they were played with singing called Drupad and Dhamar. Those were essentially the chants. They were the ancient chants and hymns. They would be played in temples, and temples used to have very resonating structure, and that would have a vibrational quality. And rhythm definitely has a very high vibrational quality. In fact, I was reading a book recently which was called Vibrational Healing. So the vibrations have very big healing effect on everyone. So if you are stressed and if you are chaotic and your brain is not functioning, just sit down and do some tabla and you'll be fine. So we have one medicine for everyone, which is rhythm healing. And we will be doing a little bit more formal research in that area, which I'm continuing to do. But let me tell you a little bit about parampara, or what we call as the tradition. So what these students are learning is coming from long tradition. So I will give you the tradition which I come from. So my Guruji is Kiran Deshpande. He's in India and doing well. He is one of the artists or tabla player who has accompanied the largest number of performers, and also a very fine solo player as well. His Guruji was Sheikh Dawood, whose Guruji was Jahangir Khan. So these were the traditions coming from very long time. Jahangir Khan is considered the Pardada of tabla, and he started the Lucknow and Purab Gharana. So there are different kinds of schools, and these are called gharanas. So from him, then later on, I learned from Pandit Sharad Khargonkar, and he was a direct disciple of Jahangir Khan himself, who was later moved to Indore, and that became an Indore Gharana. So the Indore Gharana is known for singing as well as tabla. And then there are other people that I associated with. So the reason I'm saying that what parampara or what tradition these students are following is because then we were in close to Banaras, so I was very fortunate to also listen to Shamta Prasad, who was one of the great tabla maestros and who was called Gudai Maharaj, because his Dirdir Kirtak was very well developed. So it was called Gudai Maharaj. Then we also had some connections with Shankar Ghosh, which was again the Dilli Baj, but it is coming from Gyan Prakash Ghosh Gharana, which he had established. And then Shubhankar Banerjee, I also learned a little bit from him. So a lot of these different gharanas were imbibed. If you look at the traditional Indore Gharana, which mostly I learned from. And then Banaras, which was very close to Shamta Prasad. And then everyone has been influenced by Dilli Baj by listening to Zakir Hussain and their tradition of Allah Rakha, and of course Shankar Ghosh, and that whole tradition of different kinds of Dilli Baj was also there. So a lot of these things I imbibed in my teaching and learning. But then we also looked at the traditional way of teaching, where we said you have to be at the feet of your Ustad or your Guruji or your Pandit, and then you learn from him by imbibing. So they would never give you notes like I give these kids notes. There were no notes. You have to really listen. And that's why it was called oral tradition. So it was coming from generation to generation to generation. It is also said that in the tabla gharanas there used to be these different kinds of gat and qaidas and farans. Farans were very intelligent compositions for a particular gharana. So when the tabla family would marry another tabla family, then they would give the hage of those parents to the another one. So that's the guy. It was like intellectual property. So we are talking about the intellectual property that's still going on through the oral tradition. But at the same time, the teaching was very traditional. It took long time. So So we kind of dissected into very small fractions of 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 beats. And that's where I started teaching not from Teen Tal, but from Dadra. So we said we are going to create a very small structures of building blocks approach. And then once you go to the higher building blocks, then once by the time you come to Teen Tal, you really enjoy that. And this is what you will see here, the senior student, they have so much more understanding now of different patterns in terms of the building blocks. So that's where we said, let's devise a different technique, and that's where I called it MIT Gharana. So these are all MIT Gharana students. So what we are now going to do is begin today's performance. I'm so delighted that we have this very core group of tabla students who are learning, and I think they are learning from very traditional to very modern way of teaching and learning. So I think it's a very good combination. So the first performance will be Siddha and Soham, and I will ask them to introduce themselves, and I do want to welcome you all. And we will go through 4 different groups performance, and then after that we will also have food. So please make sure that you eat prasad, and Guruji is going to do some bhajan after our tabla performances are done, and he will bless everyone, and then you can go on to do a lot of great things. All right, so welcome again, and let's begin with performance.